It was a perfect afternoon for racing on Valentine's Day 1988 for the 30th annual running of the Daytona 500. This landmark race would usher in a new era in the sport as NASCAR mandated use of modern-day restrictor plates at superspeedways. With such a major change, there's no wonder everyone was anxious. This race gave fans what they came to see, wheel-to-wheel racing and a finish for the record books.
And I'm an excited Chris Economaki because of the air of uncertainty that hangs over this race for two big reasons. The first being this carburetor plate, ordered up after Bobby Allison's crash in Alabama last year to slow the cars, and slow them it's done, 16 miles an hour off the pole. And then the questions being asked about the ability of the new downsized Buicks, Pontiacs, and Oldsmobiles to stay with the track season Fords and Chevrolets. With so many questions being asked, today's 500 could well be a battle of age and experience versus youth and daring do.
Ken Schrader started on the pole, but it was his teammate Darrell Waltrip who seemed primed for victory as one of the race favorites. However, it was another duo that would jump out to a quick lead.
And it will be at the line. The Allisons, father and son, leading the first lap of the Daytona 500.
With a constant battle for the lead, NASCAR officials seemed to be getting what they were looking for.
Boy, what a start. 7 different leaders. Look at Phil Parsons up on the outside of Bobby Allison in the 12. And there's the man in black, Dale Earnhardt, defending Winston Cup champion right there. That's tight racing.
As the race continued, the veterans seemed to have an edge.
Bobby Allison continuing to lead. A lot of people think that Bobby Allison is the man to beat because it's going to take a smart driver and a real strategist who knows how the car works to win this event today, Bobby. Now, here's Bill Elliott. And right directly behind him, the man in black, Dale Earnhardt, will be a factor before this day is over for sure.
You know, it's been interesting that he's not been a factor at all so far in that black number 3. And a lot of the fans here waiting for Dale Earnhardt to come up through the pack and take the vanguard here.
While other race vets saw their hopes of victory end earlier than expected.
We've got a crash in turn 4 again. A car spinning, slithering, slamming into the wall. And it looks like Cale Yarborough's car. Indeed, Cale Yarborough's machine has sucked the wall. It spun a couple of times, then nailed it. And it's going to bring out the 3rd caution of the day.
There was smoke coming from the car, Ken. I don't know. It could be that something happened to the engine that caused his back end to get loose, but you can see the damage that's done with the left rear quarter panel.
Well, the body work is rubbing against the tire and speed, I think.
Back to the garage.
In such a close race, pit stops continued to play an important role.
Here's the man that one of the men that stands out at this point in the race. Bobby Allison in the number 12, reported in 2nd position.
Darrell Waltrip did maintain the lead after his pit stop, Ken, and he's got a pretty good lead now over Bobby Allison. Looks to be about 4 or 5 seconds on the racetrack.
He's getting 25 more miles out of a tank full than anyone else. He's going to win this race on pit stops, on fuel economy. That's a remarkable advantage.
It really is. It could mean that he can make one less pit stop than the others.
While one racing family, the Allisons, had everything going well, another legendary family faced disaster.
Bad trouble, bad trouble.
Okay, a terrible crash. Richard Petty's car is turned over 7 or 8 times coming off turn 4 and was just struck by another car. It's one of the most violent accidents we've ever seen at the Daytona International Speedway here as leader Darrell Waltrip squeezes through. Petty's car nosed into the wall and then went sideways and barreled end over end and then side over side time after time. A terrible accident involving the man who has won this race 7 times over the years. Alan Kulwicki in car number 7 was involved. His car is limping towards the pits, and there is the damaged number 43 STP Pontiac of Richard Petty out there on the track. It was really happened at one of the highest speed sections on the track, and we trust that Petty is okay in the car. Parts of Petty's Pontiac are all over the racetrack. It's going to take a long, long time to clean up this damage as they're running the cars through the pits now.
Because of the debris,
right up all the debris. So the racetrack has moved down to pit road now from the track itself due to the debris that has come off of Petty's cars that crashed over and over and over after hitting the outside wall at high speed.
After an extensive delay, the drivers were ready to get back to racing.
Phil Parsons is out in front. Meanwhile, here comes Earnhardt around Brad Teague, up on Kenny Schrader, 3 wide. Michael Waltrip, bottom of your picture, the yellow car. Back straightaway, Darth Vader's on it.
Time to charge for Dale Earnhardt.
Trying to get him sorted out. Davey Allison coming every step of the way with Dale Earnhardt.
Meanwhile, Darrell Waltrip came from behind to regain the lead.
Bobby Allison in first, and here comes Earnhardt struggling on the inside, going for the lead. Here they are coming down out of the corner. It is Earnhardt going for first place, beginning to show the muscle of car number 3. It is a Chevrolet against a Buick. Here they come to the line. Crowd is on its feet, cheering at the stripe. They're going to make it 3 wide. Down to the inside. Here comes Bonnet. 3 deep going to turn number 1. Neil Bonnet, bottom of the racetrack. Shrinking in the corner. Earnhardt right in the middle. Stuffs it in there.
If you don't believe Neil Bonnet will mix it up with you, just give him the opportunity. He seized it.
Here he comes. Back straightaway. Bonnet wants first place from his old hunting pal. Neil laughs a lot. He says the only thing that he has not hit me with is the stuff we carry around when we're hunting. Let's see if they mix it up here. Bonnet on the inside, and his boon companion in the offseason, Earnhardt, on the outside, wheel to wheel at 190 miles an hour. You can't get it much better than this. Here's Waltrip moving. Oh, they touched for a moment. They just lipped each other. Bonnet looking over at Earnhardt and saying, no way. Am I going to let you take this without a fight? Back they go, and look at this tremendous assault. Earnhardt springs up the inside into the lead.
That's a side-by-side running, slows them down. It's amazing. Bonnet saw an opportunity. He grabbed it, took it, and warped the blade back and let them slow down, and then whipped by them for the lead.
That's right. They snapped the whip, and Earnhardt, or rather, Waltrip here was on the end of it, and it thrust him into the lead.
Darrell Waltrip hasn't passed his car here today. He came from back in 17th position after this restart, worked his way up, as Chris pointed out, on the inside of the racetrack, staying right down on the bottom. He's going to be tough, folks.
As they approached the finish, mechanical difficulties struck 2 of the front runners.
So once again, the effort by Earnhardt to turn it around and win this race will come up short. And Waltrip is falling further back, as you see.
Yes, he is.
Darrell Waltrip is falling back. Baker pulling up. Parsons pulling up.
This left 2 drivers to fight it out to the end.
Back straightaway, final time to decide it all here this afternoon.
Now, Davey, what are you going to do?
He's got less than half a lap to do it.
And they have enough lead that I believe it is going to be a battle between the father and son. I don't think anybody else can try, but here he comes. He's going to do
the
it.
bottom. He's down low. Bobby Allison high. Davey Allison trying the inside move. Bobby Allison holds him off. They come to the stripe. And the winner of the 30th annual Great American Race, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison, his son, in second. Judy Allison ecstatic. What a tremendous family performance. The Alabama gang has conquered the Daytona 500 in its 30th running. Stock car folks will tell you that their sport is a family game. The Daytona 500 has certainly been that.
Bobby Allison, 3 Daytona 500s and a father-son finish.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, this Davola Brothers Miller Buick really ran good. I'm telling you, Mike. What a thrill for me. What a thrill.